Hello, living beings of the universe. Behold a bog standard computer, as bog standard as it can be. Uh, yeah, you look at something like this and think, yeah, a generic office computer. I can't say it is. However, I already played a little with it. And let's just get this out of the way now. I hate these cooling ducts. A friend once said that it does more harm than good, and I actually trust him because uh, even if you can get fresh air to your CPU, uh, this just get in the way when you try to cable manage it or even to close the side panel. uh, and I want to do a little project with this computer, mainly because it is like your standard spec Intel computer. But I had to do a little bit of a blasphemy. And yeah, I put a Radeon card on an Intel machine. And for most people who know me, I actually prefer AMD CPUs. And up to the 30 series NVIDIA cards. I'm not with a huge grudge with NVIDIA anymore, but my favorite stopped at the 1070 that I run on my computer today. You might be looking at this and be thinking, yeah, it's this computer you go to the department store and buy, and you'll be right because this is the standard spec Intel motherboard, Kingston Valley RAM, and of course a Pentium processor with a Intel stock cooler. However, not very relevant if you put on the grand scheme of things. This is not your average like cheap crap video card like a GT 210 would be. This is actually a 5570 with a gigabyte of VRAM, which I don't think might be doing justice to it. But given the fact that this is so bog standard Intel that the limit of the RAM is on 4 gigs, and today will be the challenge to choose a processor to use with this board. This is actually being completely held back by everything else, at least I think. Quality power supply, just for giggles. No, this is not Spanish. And yeah, it's one of those power supplies. We are lucky if it doesn't blow up. Well, it didn't up until now, so I think I'm safe. I probably won't die while trying to use this computer. And yeah, in the beginning I thought I knew this motherboard. I sorta knew it, but I had too high of expectation because it was not either of the chipsets that I thought it was. Neither G31 or G41. But let's power on this thing and I'll show why it is a problem. And we are off to a great start because I have to find this stupid adapter, because the only power cord that was available that I could use was the old AB1, and we have this N type, I think it's N type, that basically only Brazil and South Africa use, and it was standard developed to be used in Europe that they basically don't use. Yeah, it has its upsides, but the downside is like when you need a cable and you don't have it, you have to have this stupid adapter. And I broke so many of these. Well, this is only half of the problem, because we also have to take care about having both 110 and 220 volts around here. Well, this is not a big problem because most of the places where I am, where I used to be, are all 110, except from the office that I work. I actually blow up an Xbox 360 PSU there. It was all my fault, and it like jumped like you were plugging a subwoofer to the wall. Okay, let's turn on this stupid thing and I'll show you what my problem actually is. At least a problem given what I have now. Well, powering on, it spins, it makes a lot of noise, and one thing that I like about at least the standard Intel boards is that they had a LED to show that there's power going on. And let me just wait for the TV. The firmware has detected that. Okay, fine. Just go to the BIOS. It's just what you have to do. And you did went to the BIOS. I actually have a battery to put there because I didn't change the one on my Poke Walker. So yeah, okay, fine. Would you please shut up? I'm trying to avoid showing the screen because of reflections, and I had the window open. No, turn off. Let's go back on. Mesh and delete to go to the BIOS. I think this is a Phoenix BIOS. And well, I think I can do something nice. I don't know if I will be going with XP or 7, but yeah, that's what we have. Look at that. Yeah, that's a Galaxy S10 camera transition. Shut up, TV. uh, yeah, Hyperion 4 3 GHz. And I don't know why. It detects that it's a 800 megahertz bus, but it's going like at the slow 533. And yeah, it can see all the 4 gigabyte of RAM. The clock it's completely destroyed again because again that's CMOS battery. I think let me just do something. Hyperthreading is on because it's a pain for hyperthreaded, but given how we know the painting for ZAR, I might go downgrading to a Celeron because I have a E1400 that it's 2 gigahertz, but it actually has 2 physical cores. And I think this is the same 631 that I have on my bag and box of CPUs. I'll show you all the wasted silicon that I have. Because that's what most of the 775 CPUs are, a waste of silicon. They would be better being Athlons and Phenoms. Yeah, boot configuration, freefall, blah blah blah. Roll out of the tongue, but of course not. Floppy, event log, video, hardware, chipset. I want the 800 megahertz. Yes, memory configuration. No! Use define. Give me all. Oh, stupid. Okay, 667 is at least faster. Yeah. I don't. Oh, this might be the CPU that is limited to 667. Hold on, which BIOS version is this? Because I know. 0031. I think this isn't the latest one, and I might need it to use the Celeron, but I don't know if this is something that I should bother now. I should bother fixing this clock at least so I can install Windows 7 without going freak out, because yeah, it does this, and since it's a temporary install, I am going like old school because I have to test this hard drive and some pair cables that I have around here. Let's see. With configuration, no password. Stay off, power on. Normal. Yeah, a lot of things. Does it have USB? Oh, I think this is a problem. No, yeah. Oh, wait. Yes, this is what I need. Boot USB device, emulation type auto, okay. So I can install Windows 7 from the USB because despite I have even some genuine Microsoft DVDs, I actually got a lot of grudge for using DVDs for installing any operating system after I had a lot of headaches with a Dell Inspiron that I had. Yeah, I gave up. I even used USB DVD drives instead of the built-in ones. Though desktop DVD drives usually goes fine. Yeah, this is a Sony one. I actually hook up these to use. You're going way too loud, just because it didn't exchange your thermal paste. Okay, not the problem right now. This first video is just to get this up and running. Then I do something else. I actually have to clean, like, take some glue gun or alcohol to clean this mess. And eventually I'll try to change this, what's the best? This possible nuke, because I don't want this board killed. Unless it's suicide, because these Intel boards, I don't know why, they have a tendency to suicide. And I hope they don't kill the Radeon, because I had graphics cards die because of the motherboards. Okay, so I might need to do a BIOS update, but I think right now I'll just test the hard drive, try to install Windows and some drivers, and oh, I don't have the service pack one here, so yeah, it'll be very limited. Let me just set up everything and try to install Windows. And believe it or not, it goes reasonably faster even on an IDE hard drive, if you just have Windows running there. Okay, I just fixed date and time. And did you just kill your RAM? Would you please go off? And it's not going... okay. Yeah, apparently it did kill its RAM. Well, let me try to just get this off to kill the battery again. It's gone. Now let's put it back. Will you work? No, it just killed the RAM. Okay, it didn't kill itself. I got it to boot again. And apparently this battery isn't actually dead. But I don't care. I think it might be the CPU fault. I think this Painting 4 can't go up to 667 megahertz. Let me try to install Windows at least. I don't think I can even use Task Manager, Device Manager on the installation. I have to use completely installed Windows. Okay, and it's on the debug. I actually put it on BIOS maintenance settings. I changed the jumper. I tried to clear, it didn't. Let me just put all the RAM back and see if it turns on. With the normal BIOS, not the maintenance one. Either I mixed up one of the slots, or the second slot's dead now. Let me just try again. Without, and it just doesn't go well. Let me take this out. Okay, I don't think this is the problem, because it did boot with the configuration mode, like pins 2 and 3. It did work, so why not now? Let me take the second slot, because it's not the graphics card, but I actually need the graphics card to see the screen. If it was the graphics card, it wouldn't boot anyway. No, it's freaking out. You see, that's why I don't like 775 boards, especially the standard spec ones. Okay, sorta prepared, because if it does work, I want to at least get Windows to the hard drive, so I can see what CPU it actually is there, and the actual BIOS revision. Or would I if I had downloaded every single tool that I need to do that? Okay, let's just try. No, you don't want, nah? Fine. Maybe the graphics card, because I actually reseated it. I don't know if this slot is actually... oh! I never killed a graphics card by not plugging it all the way in. But also this doesn't make sense, because it behaved like this before I took it out. Yeah, and see? It's still messing around. Are you fine? I don't think so. But give me a moment. Let me try to make everything else works first before you try to die. Before you try to die. Yeah, I might need to update the BIOS on this thing because despite the noise of the hard drive, I did get it again to turn on without screaming at me. At least with 2 gigs of RAM and with no jumper. It's in recovery mode. So, let's try to turn it off. Would you please? Would you please? No, you wouldn't. Okay. Is all the power drained? Okay. Let me try to put this stick of RAM again. If I can see what I'm doing. Doing this with no tripod on the floor works as well as you expect. Let's plug this in again. Will you not scream? Apparently not. Okay, but then you won't shut down. I had to pull the cable off. Fine. It's just having a meltdown apparently. Let me try to put on recovery again because this is what I did last time and it actually worked. It went to recovery, then to config, then I try normal again. Let's see. Will you behave? Promising. Let me press delete here. Okay, green light on the keyboard. Yes, I pressed the right button. Would you find the graphics card? Because you did boot with it last time. Okay, the fan control is working, which means it's like somewhat live. And no, it doesn't want to appear on the screen for some reason. Okay. I don't know if it's trying to boot something, but let's kill it again. And put on normal to see if it can work with the graphics card, because I did saw this behavior even on good AMD boards where it doesn't want to work with the graphics card for whatever reason. Okay. Apparently boot's fine. Green light the keyboard, please. Okay, green light. Please give the video to the Radeon. BIOS, where are you? Okay, it's not... Let me try to unplug the hard drive now. Maybe this thing is not helping a lot. But honestly, if it doesn't work, I actually can't finish the video today because I don't have another hard drive that I can put in. Right now, I have to go pick it up at another place. So, if you at least turn on and show me the BIOS again. Despite that thing not liking to be alive. Okay, I do have a BIOS now. Okay, entering setup. Okay, it's back. So, between configuring date and time, USB boot, and everything else, I think something isn't quite right with the BIOS. Let me see here. Not boot with USB device first. Okay, it did detect the USB drive, so I'll just try to exit without messing with anything. Okay, I know. Just skip to the boot process. Yes. I will try to load. Let me see if I can load Device Manager through the Windows installation, so at least we can see the processor. And probably it's its fault that all of this is happening. Well, I tried to load Device Manager through the installation media, but I was looking around because I had something on the back of my mind. And actually, I do have a drive I can use for now. And I think I will let it just like as a boot drive and main programs drive. Maybe just as Windows 7 drive. The old 80GB Fujitsu drive from my PlayStation 3. This is from a fat mod that I had to fix eventually. But yeah, I have a SATA hard drive that, as far as I know, it works. Might be just corrupted. I think I plugged it on a PC and it did format just fine. Let me try using it. This mounting is not fine, even by my worst standards. But it's what we have on the menu today. And yeah, this is a Dell cable from that Dell Optiplex, Vostro, I don't remember. But yeah, I don't care about your label, Dell. A SATA cable is a SATA cable and go the way that I want. Okay, the computer didn't scream. I don't see anything abnormal. Yeah, Portuguese. Yes, you all will have to deal with not understanding besides what you know from the back of your head. What is happening? No, I'll not film the entire installation because I have something else to do while it tries to install. If the hard drive is fine, which I believe it is, but I have to format it and choose an edition, and I'll probably go with Home Basic or at least Home Premium because I don't believe, besides the graphics card, any of these will play nice, especially this thing under this finger cutting machine. Yeah, that's how we feel about Pentium 4. Actually, even a Pentium 3 in the early days was an upgrade from a Pentium 4. However, I will try Home Premium 64-bit because I think this CPU is 64-bit. Okay, I sold my soul again to Microsoft. Personalized. Yeah, it detects the disk. So, format. Okay. This mouse is too slippery. Too slippery. Okay. Doesn't want to. So let me kill the partition. I believe this is FAT32. Create new. Apply. Okay. Yeah, now it behaves. So I'll just do something else while it goes. And when it finishes, I'll be back. So here are all the 775 CPUs that I have. And let's go over something. First, here are all the to-dos that I have. The 6550, the, let me see, 7500, and the 8400. None of these are supported because this board only supports up to the 4000 series. Actually, it only supports the 4000 series Core 2 Duos. Core 2 Quad isn't even supported any generation, so the 8200 will be completely useless anyway. Which is this one? This is a Celeron 430. It's not on the list, I believe, if I recall correctly. The Pentium 5500 is too new for this board as well. The 2180, actually it's honestly stupid because the 2160 is on the list, but the 2180 isn't. However, I saw on CPU World, I believe, that the reason might be because of a BIOS mod. That's why only the 2160 works, and not reliable, of course. This one, the 3300 is not on the support list. The 5700 is not on the support list. And this one, another 430. I have two 430s, I didn't remember that. Okay, fine. The ones that actually work are this one, the Pentium 631, which apparently might be the one that is on the motherboard. We will discover as soon as Windows finishes install. And the 1400 is the another one that's supported. It is slower, has less cache, but it supports the extended SSE3. So I might downgrade to the Celeron for two reasons. First, because it has two physical cores, and because it has the extra extensions that this one might not have. I don't. Yeah, this one doesn't have, and if it's the same or similar enough that is in there, this means actually there's not much reason to keep with the Pentium. It's better to go with the Celeron. And anyway, it will be like a old gaming machine, like an experimenting machine as well. So I don't have a reason to put a faster processor, especially a faster processor that it is fast because it installs a lot. So yeah, let me just finish install Windows and we continue from there. And I was going to throw out the battery, and it's a self-made joke, this battery. Let your 5th grade just work out, and yeah, just go with this. That's one of the prettiest screens I ever seen for a system installation or update. Better than many of those we have today. Okay, since I have to make a joke, I will start to basically use things that are part of me. Okay. Electra. Will it accept if I put a dash here? Yeah, it does, and it's how we'll roll. No password because it's my experimentation. No, I don't even know if I'll keep Windows 7, so I'll just skip this. Maybe later because, yeah, you wouldn't work anyway. Okay, let's just wait. And we are on the desktop, on the crustiest resolution ever, because this is a 4K TV and it's at 600. I believe this one will be the better one without a graphics driver. If the TV doesn't freak out with it. And it didn't. But Windows did, as always. So, what I need, control panel, because this is enough. Okay. It does see the 4 gigs of RAM. It is 64-bit. And no, of course it doesn't say which crap Pentium 4 we have. I have to use the other tool that I actually never remembers the name. It would be the system profiler on Mac. Yeah, I use Windows way more than I use Mac OS, and I remember way more of Mac OS than Windows. Actually, I use both of them enough, let's say. I just don't care to remember names of things when I actually do things. I think the XDiag will get it. The XDiag. Yes. And let me open device. Yeah, I supposedly I should write in Portuguese because and if I write correctly it might works as well. Okay, let's see if here it says something else. We have an Intel network card. It doesn't detect the Radeon yet. I don't care. It does detect as well USB, hit devices, only the mouse is USB, the keyboard it's a Microsoft PS2 keyboard. It doesn't detect the mouse. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, this is so screwed up. Yeah, it doesn't give me enough info already. Okay. No, it doesn't get the freaking CPU model. I have to plug it on the internet to download at least CPU Z so I can actually see which specific Pentium 4 this piece of crap is. And we are unsafely online with Windows 7. No, I don't care, Internet Explorer. You're worth nothing. Mouse, please. Would you work? Okay. Bing, because that's what we have. CPU Z. Okay. I just want to download. Please. Why you can't? I don't want to use another computer. I actually don't even have enough time to use another computer. Why? Internet Explorer, why? Let me see if I can download Firefox at least. If Firefox works. No, shut up, Internet Explorer. No, I don't want Opera. Firefox. Yeah, I think internet is just too new today for Internet Explorer. No, I don't. Yeah, I think I actually don't care if it's the 32-bit because continue. Yeah, I have to install updates on this stupid thing because if I don't, like, I may never be able to actually do anything with its installation. I don't even know if I will keep the installation. I will decide later, but I just want to know. Let me just set up everything here. Give me a moment. While I was installing, I did remove this piece of crap because I don't need this. I actually might install a fan here if I have enough fan headers. Let's install Firefox. Okay. I know there is one fan header on the side of the CPU right there. I don't know if there. Oh, there is another one there. That might be enough for the side panel fan. I think there is another one down there. Here, no, I have two. So yeah, one will go over there and the other one will go over there. And I might never open this computer again when I get everything that I want here, including the eventual power supply. Just as expected, it's just Internet Explorer being a piece of crap. Actually, why are you here? I don't need you here. Neither you, VLC just works, also. Okay. Zip English, because I don't need anything more than that. Just to know which waste of silicon Pentium 4 I have on this computer. I am just downloading basic software that I need. And the computer just go like screaming, not screaming, screaming, not screaming. Mainly the GPU, I think, because of the type of noise, but yeah. I'm just doing nothing. Everything stopped at the computer. Would you look at that? That stupid Pentium 4 631 with no SSE free extended and no love to receive from me. Yeah. Pentium 4 HT, like hyperthreading technology, actually simultaneous multithreading, which is the actual name of the technology. Hyperthreading is just the trademarked Intel one. It's a nice technology, but in a crap CPU it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, this is the board, the D945GCCR. Imagine if it was USSR. Maybe. That would actually give a whole new meaning to distributed processing and clustering. Actually, it did ignore the onboard graphics, the stupid GMA thing. I want to know here. Yeah, it's running slow, so yeah, it's the CPU fault. And no, I don't have two options then. I actually will down upgrade to Celeron, apparently. Yeah, that wasn't unexpected, but it doesn't surprise me on the least. Let's see if it can see anything on the GPU Z. No, I just say not now, but I never installed GPU Z. So yeah, it can't read that it's the 5570. So let me just install the driver because it's what I have time for now. And yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up here. And then I will actually finish to put everything, get a monitor that suits this computer, and then do what I want to do, at least in the first video. and maybe decide if I will keep Windows 7 or go with Windows XP. We have a thing called resolution now. Though, yeah, this is a 4K TV, and this monitor, this graphics card, let's keep the downbeating joke here, can only go up to 1080p. Yeah, it's fine. A gigabyte of GDDR3, 64-bit bus, OpenCL, Direct Compute, OpenGL 4.5. Wow, okay. Not that I would ever use OpenGL. Is it even detecting the GMA? No, it's not, and doesn't need to. In fact, I wouldn't be using 1080p anyway. But we do have a working computer now. Yeah. Surprisingly, I did not kill the 775 board. And yeah, I've put a fan here, another fan there, and that is enough for today. I will not upgrade the processor today because I don't have any more time. And yeah, it's already complaining that I didn't activate it yet. I'm between keeping the Windows 7 or going with XP 64-bit. But given what I wanna try, I think I will go with Windows 7 because at least DirectX 9 for me. Not DirectX 9, but DirectX 10. So I can actually use something from this Radeon. And I guess this wraps up this video. Okay, fine. Did you actually froze because I slapped you? No, you didn't. Okay, so thank you for coping with this for this long. I will do many more videos like this. It's great that we have resolution because I have something else that I will make a video in similar this style, but that we don't have resolution. And yeah, that will be a trip. I'm actually opening a Patreon because I have many things that I do. This channel is mainly for games and messing with computers. I do have another personal channel that I'm actually building in parallel with this one, and that one has more reason to have a Patreon, but it will be a single place. And I'm building it because, yeah, since this will reach people from around the world, I can't use Apoia-se, that's the usual place that I make extra stuff, because yeah, it's limited on how people can do it, and on Patreon I know for experience that it's better for international viewers. And conveniently, actually, before I started recording this video, I was listening to the new The Offspring song, like Come to Brazil. Funny enough. Yeah, thank you for being with me, and yeah, you will be in a hell of a ride. Bye.